Okay, you need to restart the car. Turn the key for me again, please.
Did I stall? I think I'm okay. I think I'm ready for my test.
Hey guys, I hope you're all well. For any of you that are learning to drive, I would highly recommend downloading the Ultimate Driving course. There are 38 easy to understand videos covering every single topic required to pass the driving test. Just watch the video before the driving lesson related to the topic you are covering on that day. This will provide you with the correct knowledge on that subject, which means you'll know exactly what to do. So you'll get into the car fully prepared, which will speed up learning. This will definitely save you time and money on driving lessons. The course is still available at the special offer one-off fee, which gives you access to all of the videos for 12 months. And here is a short video review from someone who successfully passed their driving test using the Ultimate Driving course.
Hi guys, I'm Nadia and I'm from London. So I found out about the course whilst watching the YouTube videos that Pin uploads on the DGN Driving School channel. I found the mock lessons to be really useful when I was learning how to drive, and the few weeks before my driving test, my practical test. And what made me buy the course? So yeah, it was just watching these videos. I found them so useful that I thought that I'm sure that any content that he would release to purchase would also be of really good quality. Before I passed my driving test, I was really nervous. Some of you might know that driving lessons in London are really expensive, and for my test day it was just so expensive to just have the car for 2 hours for the test and the hour beforehand. So I was really nervous about failing and wasting all that money. I mean, it wouldn't be wasting, but it would be more of an expense if I did fail. So after the course, I felt a lot more confident. My family weren't really up for letting me drive with them between my lessons and stuff, because they were just quite nervous about my driving, and also because London roads are just so busy. So it really helped me have more confidence, and I would take what I learned during the course into my lessons and would really aid that. The 3 lessons I found most useful for are reverse bay parking and forward bay parking, just because I'm notoriously bad at parking. I still can't do it now that I've passed it. Well, I can, but I do struggle. So I actually still watch those videos quite regularly now, that even though I've passed my test, I do sometimes watch them if I just feel like I can't do it. Or I feel nervous about going somewhere where I know there's going to be quite tight parking. And the other lesson that I find really useful was road markings on a roundabout. I'm just not that great with roundabouts, and I still kind of lack that confidence. So during my test, where my test centre was, we do go through quite a few big roundabouts, and I found that video to be really useful on which lane to be in. Well, I actually feel over the moon. I never thought that I'd passed my driving test first time. So I'm so happy, and I really feel like it was, the combination of Pin's YouTube channel, the Ultimate Driving course, and my drive lessons that made me be able to pass first time. So I'm really grateful for that. I will say that it's a comprehensive course that will aid you massively in your driving lessons, and I think it's an essential tool for many drivers who are learning.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. So today we've got another mock driving test, and this is Lena. She's a local, she lives in Wolverhampton, so I've come to pick her up, and I've never met her before, to be honest. I don't know what her name is. I've been in contact with her husband, who wanted her to have a mock driving test. So she just wants me to assess her driving to see if she's ready for a driving test or not. So yeah, let's give her a call and let's find out what her driving's like. Hello.
Hi mate.
Yeah, hi.
I've rang her and she says she's coming out now.
Alright, brilliant mate, thanks a lot.
Alright, cheers mate.
Cheers, bye bye. Okay, so I think this is her. Well, good news, she's a Liverpool fan. That's a good start. For those of you that don't know, I'm also a Liverpool fan as well. Hello, how are you? You okay? Take a seat. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Just to let you know, the cameras are recording, yeah?
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, what's your name?
Alisha.
Alisha.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Yeah, Alisha, tell us a bit about your driving.
I've had 23 hours of driving.
Okay.
24. I think I'm okay. I think I'm ready for my test, but I can't book it yet.
Yeah, obviously with the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Is there any issues with your driving? Do you think there's any weaknesses that you need to work on more?
There's just a little bit of stuff I haven't covered, like with the sat nav
Okay.
and an emergency stop.
Okay, so we'll leave those two out today, because if you haven't done that before, you likely to make mistakes on them, yeah. And the purpose of today's lesson with me is just a mock driving test, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've seen some of the videos before?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it works. I won't be saying anything during the test apart from giving you directions. If I don't say anything, just continue straight ahead, yeah?
Okay.
And obviously, when I do edit the videos, any faults, I do talk about them beforehand, yeah? Any serious faults will be marked in red text, and any normal driving faults in amber text, yeah? Okay? Do you know how many serious faults you're allowed on the test?
None.
That's it, good. So any one serious fault results in a fail, yeah? The show me, tell me questions, have you done those?
No, I've seen a little bit on YouTube though.
Okay, cool. We'll leave those out as well then, yeah? Okay. So, yeah, Alisha, whenever you're ready, just move off for me, please. Nice to see you're a Liverpool fan. Liverpool fan too. So guys, just to let you know, obviously Alicia's never driven this car before, yeah? And but you are familiar with the area, aren't you? Because you live here, yeah. And have you had most of your lessons around?
I don't live here, I live in West Brom.
Oh, you live in West Brom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so have you had your lessons around here or West Brom?
In West Brom.
Okay, so you're not familiar with this area either. Okay, so yeah, let's see how it goes then, yeah. Okay, move off whenever you're ready, please, Alisha. As soon as we emerge out of this junction, there is a parked lorry on our side of the road. When passing a parked vehicle, you should leave around 1 meter of space just in case somebody opens the vehicle door or walks out from in front. And if you can't leave a meter, then you should slow down. Alisha gets too close to the lorry and I have to ask her to steer away. So have you just had lessons with an instructor or been driving with a family member too?
An instructor.
Okay. Okay, away from the lorry please. At the traffic lights, if you could turn left please. As we're waiting at these lights, Alisha doesn't realise that the car has stalled and that the engine is off. As we approach the red lights, Alisha selects gear 1, which is fine. After selecting first gear, she should have kept the clutch pedal down as we were stopping, but she brings the clutch pedal up so our vehicle stalls. When the lights turn green, Alisha attempts to move off and doesn't realise the car has stalled. And when she does move off, Alisha doesn't observe and notice that the vehicles behind have started to overtake. Okay, you need to restart the car. Turn the key for me again, please.
Did I stall?
Yes, slow down, wait for the cars that are overtaking. And carry on, please. Yes, you stalled on the approach. After entering a new road, it's good to check the mirrors before speeding up to ensure that no one is trying to overtake. Alisha checks the mirror as well. At the mini roundabout, if you could turn left, first exit. At this roundabout, Alisha forgets to signal left. Now if you could follow signs to Dudley for me please. At this roundabout we are turning right, fourth exit. This is a spiral mark roundabout and I've seen many drivers get mixed up with the lane markings and go into the wrong lane. Alisha follows the markings really well and shows good lane discipline. Again, at this roundabout, Alisha shows good lane discipline but doesn't check any mirrors when exiting the roundabout. The speed limit on this dual carriageway is 50 miles per hour. If it's safe to do so, as it is here, then you should build up the speed to 50 miles per hour. Remember that the speed limit is not a target, but if you're too slow, then you will hold up the traffic behind. Alisha builds up speed too slow. On the approach to this right turn, Alisha forgets to change gear and uses third gear. When turning right, you should position your vehicle as close as you can to the centre white line. Alisha positions too much to the left. When passing these parked vehicles, Alisha gets too close. During your driving test, the examiner will ask you to park up on the left around 3 times. They want to check that you're pulling up in a safe place using the mirror signal maneuver routine and that you move off safely by carrying out good observations. Alisha parks up and moves off well. And if you could park up anywhere safe on the left, please. Thank you, and move off when you're ready. When emerging at an uphill junction, it's best to select first gear around 2 car lengths before the end and use clutch control so you're ready and prepared to move off if it's clear. Alisha is in second gear and brakes sharply. At the end of the road, turn left. When moving off, she brings the clutch pedal up too high, so stalls the car, but she does manage to keep control and doesn't roll back.
traffic lights, turn right please.
This right turn, Alisha approaches well. She selects the correct gear and positions well. Alisha shows good awareness by noticing the new speed limit signs and easing off the gas pedal. Now I'm going to ask Alisha to turn into a car park, in which I'll ask her to carry out the forward bay parking maneuver.
After these traffic lights, just after them, there's a left turning into a car park. Just where those people are walking. Yeah? If you could turn left into there.
Alisha enters the car park well at a nice, slow and controlled speed. Before turning into the bay, it's important to check the centre and right mirrors to ensure there is no one overtaking or any pedestrians around. And then you should signal right if necessary. Alisha doesn't check the mirrors or apply a signal before turning.
And once you follow the bend round, if you could park forwards into any bay you want, yeah? So if you could park forward into any bay now.
Alisha finishes just inside the bay lines. She is closer to one line than the other. This is okay. The examiners would not mark this as a driving fault. Alisha wants to open the door to check the position. This is okay to do, but she should have secured the vehicle first by applying the handbrake and selecting neutral.
Can I check?
Yeah, whatever you want. If you just let me know when you finish. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm finished.
Okay, if you could reverse back out for me then please.
Before reversing, Alisha does good all-round observations, but whilst reversing, she doesn't observe out of the back screen again. No matter which maneuver you are carrying out, when reversing, you should be looking out of the back screen.
Okay, so the front of the car's facing that way. Your gear's not fully in at the moment. If you would follow signs to one board, please.
This roundabout Alisha does well, but after exiting the roundabout, she makes a serious driving fault. The road narrows and Alisha steers slightly to the left and gets too close to the building, so I had to intervene.
Steer to the right a little. Okay.
We have parked vehicles and again Alisha gets very close. Ahead, the road narrows, and again Alisha isn't aware of how close she is getting to the wall. I have to ask her to steer away.
Slightly to the right, please.
Now Alisha is keeping a good driving position. Here we have national speed limit signs, so now the speed limit is 60 miles per hour. Because of the bends, it's not safe to drive at 60, but Alisha drives too slow even after the bends and holds up traffic. During the feedback at the end, Alisha confirms that she didn't realise what the speed limit was. This roundabout, Alisha approaches and enters well, but makes a mistake when exiting. We are taking the third exit to the right. As we reach the second exit, Alisha should check the centre and left mirrors, then signal left and then begin to move over to the left lane to exit the roundabout. Alisha begins to move to the left before checking the mirrors and before signalling. Again, on this dual carriageway, Alisha builds up speed too slow. Now we have signs informing us that the two lanes will merge. So Alisha should check the centre and right mirror before the lanes merge to look for any overtaking vehicles. But she only checks the mirrors after the lanes merge, and there were vehicles following in the right hand lane. And now there will be two lanes again, and Alisha does the correct thing by moving into the left lane. The right hand lane is for overtaking or turning right. As we stop at these lights, we can see a vehicle parked in our lane. Alisha should be planning ahead and should apply a right signal as she moves off and look to get into the right hand lane when it's safe. But she doesn't signal, so doesn't get a safe gap to change lanes. Alisha ends up getting too close to the parked vehicle, so I have to ask her to stop.
Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Signal right for me, please.
This is another big roundabout with spiral markings. I have seen many drivers get mixed up with the lanes on this roundabout, but Alisha follows the markings correctly and positions well. We have two lanes that both turn right. Alisha selects the right hand lane, which means she will have to move back to the left lane after the turn, and that's when she makes another serious driving fault. Alisha moves to the middle lane well, and she should have stayed in this lane.
I'm going to continue straight on, yeah.
But she attempts to get into the left lane when it's not safe to do so. Again, I had to intervene.
No, don't come on. Stay in this lane.
Earlier on, Alisha didn't check the mirrors in time when the two lanes merged into one, but this time she does check them.
And if you could park up anywhere safe on the left, please.
Now we are going to end the test here, and let's find out what Alisha thought about her driving.
Okay, and if you could cancel your signal, that's the end of the test now, yeah. Let's leave the engine running so the AC stays on because it's quite hot out today. Okay, Alisha, how do you think that went on? How do you think you got on there?
I think I failed.
Okay, do you know what on?
I'm not sure what it was on, but I kept steering too much that side.
Yeah, that happened a few times,
Yeah.
didn't it? Yeah, with the happened near the start. Obviously, you're not used to this car, yeah, but still, like, does this happen on your lessons at all?
No.
No. Okay. So yeah, how much space are you supposed to leave when passing parked vehicles?
I don't know. 1, 2, 2.
Yeah. Well, you need around a meter. Yeah, just in case the car door opens and that. Yeah. And there was a lot of times where there was hardly any space. Yeah, a couple of times I didn't have to go for the steering, but it was still way too close. And a couple of times I did have to go for the steering. Yeah, okay. So you can check that left mirror a bit more. Yeah, okay. But normally we give reference points. Yeah, so if you're saying it doesn't happen on your lessons, so you're fine. Maybe it's because of the car. Yeah, okay. But after you pass, you're not going to be driving the same car, are you? Yeah, so just be careful of that. Yeah, so yeah, that did happen a few times. Near the start, that stall.
Yeah, I didn't realise I stalled.
Yeah, you didn't realise that the car was off, did you?
No.
Yeah. So how can you tell if your car has stalled? Do you know?
Well, normally the car I drive in, it just, like, I can tell, like, everything just stops. This one was a bit quiet.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said, you hadn't driven this car before, yeah. Okay, so you didn't work it out, but you'll see signs on the dash. Yeah, these the lights come on. Yeah, on the dashboard light. Now there's only one light on there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is the handbrake light. Yeah. Okay, so if the car's stalled, what I'll do, I'll stall the car here now. You have to keep your feet away. So if I come off the clutch really quickly now, yeah. So can you see the extra lights that will come on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that battery light and the engine oil light, yeah. Okay, so extra lights come on like that, yeah. So there, yeah. But by the time we reacted, we held up the traffic.
Yeah.
Everyone started to overtake, and even when you're about to move off, you should have checked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked you to just wait for the vehicles to overtake because they were overtaking and you were about to move off. Yeah. So that the big mock roundabouts, you did really well. Yeah. Okay. Those two mock roundabouts you did, 9 out of 10 people normally mess up their positioning. Yeah, and you did them really well. You followed the markings well, yeah. Okay, but then the roundabouts that weren't marked, yeah, they could have been a bit better. Okay, so you know, if you're turning right, third exit on a roundabout, yeah. So after entering the roundabout, so when you're entering the roundabout, it wasn't bad at all. One roundabout you did enter in 4th gear, but you kind of sorted it out once
Yeah.
we entered the, we didn't cause anyone danger, yeah, okay. But say you're turning right 3rd exit, yeah, okay. When you're about to reach the 2nd exit, yeah, okay, what should you start doing?
Going into the other lane.
Yep, you start going into the other lane, but before you do that, what should you do?
Check the mirror.
Check the mirrors and,
Signal.
yeah. So you weren't doing it in the correct order. You started to move over. You started to move over a bit too early, yeah. And then you're checking your mirrors and signal after. Yeah. Luckily there was no one there. If there is a car there, do you understand why that can be
Yeah.
dangerous?
Yeah.
Sorry, right, that's my camera switching off. Yeah. Right. So yeah, like I said, you didn't pick up a serious fault, but that is something you need to improve on. The marked ones, obviously those spiral markings bring you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're following the lines fine, yeah. Okay, but the ones that aren't marked, make sure you use your mirrors and signal before you start coming out. Okay, so that's what needs a bit of work on. Your speed on the dual carriageways, your build-up was quite slow a few times. Yeah, when it was 50, we spent ages getting up to 50. Yeah, and on that one road, that was national speed limit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I was thinking in my head. I was like, I think I'm going too slow.
Yeah, we were too slow. Yeah. Did you know what the speed limit is that was there?
40 or 50.
60.
Okay.
Yeah. So the national speed limit there on a single
I've
road
never
was,
gone on those roads before.
yeah. See, that kind of stuff, a lot of instructors might miss out. Yeah. Okay, but you've got to have the knowledge of the signs at least. Obviously, you've
Yeah.
done your theory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. When you see that sign, it means the national speed limit. Yeah. Right. So yeah, we were too slow on that road. Yeah. We had a lot of traffic, a lot of vehicles behind us that we were just holding up. Yeah. Obviously, it's not always safe to do the speed limit. You only do if it's safe. Yeah, there were quite a few bends on there, so I wasn't expecting you to go 60.
Yeah.
But I think the highest we reached was 36 or 37.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And a lot of the time, just stuck to 30. So that. What else have I got? That was serious. Obviously, we talked about the clearance a couple of times. There was a building that we got a bit too close to. Yeah, the wall. Yeah. At one point, when we were on the dual carriageway, the 50-mile-an-hour dual carriageway, the two lanes were merging into one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in the left-hand lane. Okay. So before the lanes merge into one, yeah, what should you have checked?
My mirror.
Yeah. You didn't check your mirrors. Okay. Not that one. You did. We did another one afterwards. Yeah. And you did your mirrors fine there. Yeah. But at the high-speed one, there was a vehicle there as well. So imagine if he was trying to overtake at the last minute. Yeah. Okay. So that. And at one point, yeah. So we moved off from the traffic lights. We were on a dual carriageway, and we could see there was a red vehicle parked. Yeah, in our lane. Okay. So as soon as you moved off at the lights, yeah. Okay. What could you have done?
Check my mirror.
And so to overtake that car, what do we need to do?
Go into the other lane.
Yeah, we need to go into the right hand lane. Yeah. Okay. We had a lot of time to plan that. Okay. But you got up to that car and you started to like get really close to the car and steer that way a little bit when the vehicle's overtaking. Yeah. Those vehicles, how could you have warned them that you want to go over to that lane?
For my signal.
Yeah, you didn't put your signal on. Yeah. But they were overtaking, so you should have slowed down a lot sooner. But if you had the signal on sooner, you could have, you may have got a gap. Yeah. But the other thing I think you need to improve as well is, when you're changing your lanes,
Yeah.
if you see a vehicle, you're just always waiting for that vehicle to either really hold back and slow down for you, and give you some kind of indication that he's giving you away. A couple of times the vehicle it was way back, and you could have moved over a lot sooner. And then when you're assessing the distance, you're just checking your side mirror. Yeah. Does your side mirror give you a true view of the distance? So which other mirror could you check with that?
Central mirror.
Yeah. Okay. You can tell how far vehicles are. And then one time when you were going to come over to the left-hand lane, there was a vehicle there. Remember when I said, don't come over? Yeah. Okay. And that time you were about to come over to stop you from coming over. Okay. So those are the main things you need to improve. Lane changing. Yeah. Just your judgment a little bit. Yeah. Roundabouts, the normal ones that aren't marked up. Yeah. And your clearance. Okay. And building up your speed. Just ask your instructor to take you to say high-speed roads.
Okay.
Say, I don't care if if I have to do an extra half an hour lesson.
Yeah.
He might say to you, oh, there's none nearby, or you don't need to do that for your test. It's not just for your test. You want to
Yeah.
become a good driver, don't you? Yeah. Okay. So hopefully that's helped you, Alisha. And when you do get your test book, good luck. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And thanks a lot for doing the mock test. Yeah. And guys, like always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.